Welcome to GBALL Vision, everyone. I hope you are having a fantastic day today. We have an exciting, exhilarating unboxing to get into, guys. And this is something I was hoping would come out for quite a while now. I was hoping this company would do a version just like this. And sure enough, they came through. We're using the Artisan Cutlery Andromeda for the unboxing knife. And for a $60 button lock, guys, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Ray Laconico design. This is an awesome button lock that has flown under the radar, in my opinion. So let's get into this guy. I am excited. So we're going in backwards here, which is all right, because that is how I like it. So this comes from White Mountain Knives. That is it for in the box. We'll move that out of the way. So what we have here, guys, is a Civivi. And you might be able to figure out what this is, or at least narrow it down between one of two knives. Standard Civivi packaging. We have a desiccant pack in there, and then we have the typical Civivi pouch that I have 50 of at this point. And then we have the same old catalog of stickers and cloth. I think it's time to change up them to stickers, Civivi, but that's all right. Looks like they're giving a new pamphlet, though. So this is what we are all here for, and I am stoked. So what we have, guys, is a Civivi Vision. This is the Snex Super Lock here. And we did a version of this about a year ago or so. And there were some things that I didn't care for on the knife. I didn't like how the lock was able to be undone by just pulling it out. I wasn't a big fan of the spine mounted clip. And I wasn't a big fan of the price, and they're always using 20 CV. So there was just a bunch of things that kind of kept me from buying it. But I did say to myself, however, if Civivi puts out a version, and they kind of change some things around, I will definitely pick one up. And boy, did they deliver. So the initial version had a hole where Civivi decided to go with thumb studs. I think that was a great move just for this design. Not that I prefer studs over holes. I think each knife, it varies, what version of a knife or what design goes better with which deployment method. They also added a stop pin in here below the lock, making it not come out as easily or not come out like the old Wii version did. And they also did a side mounted clip instead of the rear mounted clip. So all massive improvements in my book. So let's see. We have black micarta for the scales. You have speed holes here and here. The pocket clip will be reversible for our lefty buddies because this is an ambi style knife. That lock is very similar to the shark lock in that it is high spine mounted and acts on a rail system going up and down basically, and then going into the tang of the knife. I believe the super lock did come first, though, if you were wondering. I had some people ask. I believe the super lock did come before the shark lock. I believe Snex did some custom knives with this. So to get that out of the way, I had some people asking. Let's give this thing a flick. Nice deep carry clip there. Ooh, look at that blade. So we have a PVD coated Nitro V blade. I don't know if you'll be able to pick that up or not. Down here by the tang. Either way, it's Nitro V. I'm sure this isn't the first video that you have seen on this. So I've never handled the Wii version of this. I've never handled the Super Lock. And I'm a huge fan of different lock mechanisms. So when I saw this was coming out and the price that it was going to be at, I would have preferred micarta and a satin or stonewash blade. But because this is the only variant out in micarta, I had to go with the coated blade, which isn't, I don't mind coated blades at all. I just think this would have been a perfect specimen for a black micarta satin blade. But I think this look is very cool. I wish they would have done the blacked out pivot, but that's all right. For the price of the knife, the lock, the micarta, Nitro V is a great steal, in my opinion. The design, I think this is well worth the money that Civivi is asking. The ergos are very good. Very good, actually. Because of this lock here, man, that is very comfortable. Now, if I really squeeze the hell out of this thing, I can kind of feel that pocket clip, but I think this is a candidate for a titanium clip. I'm pretty sure that this will be able to take a titanium clip. So the only thing on the blade is designed by Snex right there. And they have Nitro V to the point where you can't even see it. So it looks nice and clean. I like the size of this thing. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. So don't get your panties in a bunch. We're coming in at 7 7/8 on the total length. So I think this is an awesome size. I love the blade shape. It's kind of like a modified sheep split blade. It's kind of a cross between a Wharncliffe and sheep split. More sheep splitty though. I love it. And I think this would make a nice food prep knife just because of, if you're holding this knife straight, the blade is naturally canted down. This is going to make an awesome EDC user work knife, kitchen knife. This is an awesome design. And I'm wondering, I was going to say, I'm wondering if I made a mistake by not getting the Wii version because I really like this. But I think the reason that I really like this are all the differences and changes that Civivi has made to this thing. So I don't know if that would be the case. And I have heard time and time again now since these dropped or since the people who get these early, before they're actually released, I've heard a bunch of people say this version is better than the Wii version, with the exception of some materials. But you're splitting hairs there. Some people prefer micarta over titanium or what have you. And 20 CV is better than Nitro V, but by how much? I don't know if it's a massive, massive difference, but it is better. But I don't know. I'm sure that knife was probably $275 to $300. So this is an awesome price. So this version comes in right around $80, $79.90. But if you go to White Mountain Knives and they're in stock, you can take that down closer to the $70 mark. Put in GBALL 10 on the code area, and you can get yourself 10% off this knife at White Mountain Knives. And for $70, guys, that is an insane deal. Nitro V, micarta, the Super Lock, this kind of build. They really went all out on this one, and I have to say this might be my favorite Civivi of the year. I'm a huge fan of the Sakoki, and I'm a huge fan of the Hypersonic. The Cubit, yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of that, but this, I think this kind of takes the cake when it comes to Civivis this year. They also just put out a new button lock in aluminum, which looks pretty good. I don't know that I'll pick that one up, but as of recording this video, which it's like a Wednesday or Thursday, I think, they are in stock on Blade HQ. They are in stock on Amazon. And I'm not sure about White Mountain Knives. I didn't check there, but they are in stock. I know some places they are out of stock, and they went out of stock very quickly. So if you do want one of these and you want to have it now, I suggest maybe going and getting one, because there's probably going to come a point where these sell out, and then it's going to be a little bit till you can eventually get one of these. So I'm going to call it right now and say this is going to be a hell of a slicer. So Vivi usually does not disappoint on their edges. They typically do a great job. Some are definitely better than others. And I have to say, I think they really paid attention to detail with this model here. I think they kind of went all out on this one. Oh, that is cutting amazing. Yeah. Woo. That is beautiful. That is nice. Oh, this is going to be a great slicer. There will definitely be more to come on this guy. We're going to do a full overview of this guy. Maybe we'll do a disassembly as well. Get in there and take a look at the innards of this thing, because I've never had a super lock, so I'm kind of interested. So we will be doing a full in-depth overview of this guy, and then of course in the future we'll do a review. That'll do it for this one, guys. Give the video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps the video, gets the algorithm going, and putting the video out there. If you're new, hit the subscribe button down below the video, or click the GBALL Vision logo that's about to pop up on your screen. I will throw up 2 new videos that you should definitely go and check out. Otherwise, guys, I love you, and I will catch you on the next one.